beautiful Sunday. Cold. Very, very cold. It's not too bad. It's like 52 or so degrees outside. I mean, I'm not complaining. I ain't been out and rode the bike in a while. I got it out yesterday, rode it around some. Didn't really feel like vlogging. Decided I was gonna drive it to church this morning. On the way home, I figured, hey, why not shoot a little bit of video? I don't know if I'm gonna post this yet or not. I just figured I'd video while I'm riding around. Most reason why I ain't took any videos here lately. I've been working on the kids' go-kart. The new Call of Duty came out, so I've been putting a lot of time playing that. And then also with work, switching sides. I'm no longer a pool cleaner, going to a pool technician and having to go through schooling on that and different classes I'm taking on and all that. So I just been busy, and it's no excuse why I shouldn't be riding my bike. I mean, I love riding my bike. Even if it's cold, I mean, I'm always on my bike. I don't care if it's 30 degrees, I'd ride my bike. Then we went car shopping, bought my wife a new car, so I've been riding around in it some, make sure it's running good. So, I mean, it's the little things I've been doing that's been keeping me away from the bigger things. Man. I like that. That was one of them, little like 650, the little Honda 650, or not little, the big Honda 650 dual sports. That's something else I've been looking at, thinking about doing this tax time, is the Honda 250L I can't talk, excuse me guys. Dual sports, I'd love to get me one of them. I keep looking at them, thinking about getting one, but I gotta get me a truck. I mean, it's one of the things, I love my motorcycles, but I have no vehicle right now. Except for my wife's new van. I mean, I could drive it if it came down to it. But it's like my primary focus is the motorcycles. So if for some reason or another, if something went south with my job, I would be riding this bike through the rain, through the sleet, through the snow, through everything. I mean, I'd do it, it just wouldn't be comfortable to do. So that's something else I've been looking back and forth on, some little 250 dual sports. I'd love to get one of them dual sports. So I mean, all these logging trails around here, I mean, different farm trails. I mean, I'd have so much fun. The only problem is I'd be worried about getting in trouble from trespassing. Man, love the way the Camaros look too. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what else to talk to. I just lost my whole train of thought when I saw that Camaro. I looked at them for a while. I'd love to get me a Camaro. The bad thing about the Camaros is the back seat only has 2 seats, and I have 3 kids. I don't have custody of my oldest, so I don't really have him all the time, but it's still not appropriate for me to have a vehicle and just carry 4 kids, or 2 kids and not all 3 of them. So I've been looking at the Chargers and the Challengers, and then I've also looked at a couple of the diesel trucks, looking at either a Chevrolet or a Dodge. I mean, I want a Cummins. I don't want no Power Stroke. I don't like the Power Strokes. I'd rather have a Cummins. So that's the other thing I've been looking at. And I gotta get something about some riding gear, man. I gotta find some pants or something. Some type of windproof pants. Because, I mean, my jackets and my gloves are doing great. The only thing that's getting colder is my thighs. I mean, my boots are working fine. I'd love to get me a set of riding boots. CSD pools. I think that's part of like pool butlers or something. But yeah, I gotta find me some riding gear, some more riding gear. Bad news. The Roadstar is down again. A couple months ago, about 2 months ago, I went to hop on down. I was gonna drive it to church, and hopped on it to go to start it, and it doesn't do nothing. It's like the battery's dead. So I started testing everything. I got my right voltage on my battery. The battery's good. Test the starter relay, and I think the starter relay is bad. So I went and bypassed it with a screwdriver and just hit both of the points together, and it turned over and starts up. So I'm guessing that relay is bad. So I got to order another relay for that bike. But I mean, I'm getting kind of tired of that bike. I have it listed for sale right now. It's just one of the things, every time I get on that bike, I find another problem with it. I mean, I love the bike. It used to be my dad's bike. I mean, I did a lot of work to it to get it back up and running and get it to where it looked somewhat decent. I mean, where he left it outside for them years, I mean, it really did some damage on the chrome. But I mean, it looks good from far off. It just, yeah. I mean, they gas rust on it. There ain't nothing I can do about that. But that's something else I've considered doing. If I could sell that bike and buy me a dual sport, I would be happy with that. I don't really ride that cruiser much because I don't have a garage. I have one of them big buildings like at Home Depot. It's nice, I can get the bikes in there, but it's a pain in the butt to get them to spin around. I mean, this bike's nothing. I can lean this one over onto the stand and move it around. So I mean, it all depends. What's going on, my man? So I mean, it all just depends on what exactly I'm doing at that point in time, on which bike I ride. And that's the reason why y'all see me on this bike more than often than any other bike, because I'm more comfortable on this bike. It's easier for me to get in and out of the building. And if you have a bike that's a pain in the ass to get out of the building, you're not going to want to ride it that often. I mean, it's nice, but that thing drinks gas too. I mean, I get better gas mileage in my work truck than I do on that Roadstar. I mean, every time I turn around, that thing's got a low fuel light on. And that's the other thing, I had to replace the fuel sensor inside that because it kept showing up that the yeah, fuel level was low. Hold on, I got to itch my face. I got to itch on my face. Oh man, that wind is cold. Lifting my visor up. Oh yeah, she's dusty. I mean, look, bike's all dusty. I need to clean her up. It's just so cold. I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing it. I just wanted to go riding. That's one thing I do love about this bike. I can jump on it and go ride and just go and not have to worry about nothing. I gotta check my tire pressure on it. I know with the cold weather and everything, I probably need to add at least a pound or so of air inside this tire. But besides that, I mean, it's riding fine. For it to sat up for a month without being creamed or nothing, it started right up. I mean, the battery was a little weak. I need to get my electrical finished in my building, so then I can leave it on the charger. But I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out, just one step at a time, I guess. Oh. But yeah, I rode yesterday. I rode up and down. I don't even know what road this is. 103. Rode up, or no, 113. Rode up and down 113. I rode all the way down towards Rock Market. Turned around at Rock Mart, played around with a couple of 18-wheelers. I'd ride up beside the 18-wheelers, get them to blow the air horn at me like I was a little kid. I love the sound of them air horns. I don't know what it is about the air horns, but I love the sound. See if I can get this guy to do it. Yeah, I love the sound of them air horns. They'll let me get out there on the runway and run. I'd love to do that one day. I actually want to ride in a plane. I did it when I was really young, like my kid's age, probably like 4 or 5. I rode on a plane kind of like that. But I'd love to do it again. Just go out for a ride around. The only bad thing is I'm terrified of heights. I do not do heights. And it's weird too, because I mean, my old job, I used to climb up on crap. And my wife's uncle didn't make fun of me, and I mean, I'm perfectly fine as long as I'm in control. If I'm not in control, then I do not like it. Like last night, I went to Six Flags for my first time my whole entire life. I'm 24 years old. My mom's lived in Georgia as long as I can remember. I mean, she's moved back and forth to South Carolina to Georgia, but I've never been to Six Flags before until last night with a couple of my cousins, and they decided to get me to ride the biggest roller coaster they had there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big adrenaline junkie, but that had me going right there. I mean, that was fun. I told them, I said, who needs to run 110 on a motorcycle when you can jump on a roller coaster and fear that the damn thing's gonna come off the rails? Someone's burning. What you burning? Leaves. I hate fall. It's a whole nother subject, fall. I mean, back in the day, I used to love riding and looking at the leaf changing colors and everything. But I mean, working on pools for a living, fall is worse than summer. A lot of time people think that, oh, what do you do in the wintertime? Shoot, I still got to get through fall before I can even worry about the wintertime to slowing down in the winter. Because I mean, it's still a pain. And I'm non-stop working, non-stop. So that was another ride of vanting around. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've posted anything on the channel. I gotta do a video on this thing. I gotta get that K&N air filter installed. I gotta do the brakes on it. I mean, I bought everything for it, and it's just been sitting there. I haven't done it. I haven't had the I don't know what to call it, the ambition to want to keep going and fixing it. Just because of filming it is such a pain in the butt. I mean, if I was just doing it, just to do it, it'd be a lot easier. But I'm trying to video it so I can share it with y'all too. Just to show y'all how we do it, how to fix it, and mostly just have a video for everybody else to come back on and look at. So I got to get to doing that. The PW50, my kid's little Yamaha dirt bike, I ordered a exhaust for it. Figured out why that bike's not wanting to run properly. It has a bunch of carbon built up in the exhaust. Did a couple of research on it, saw that you could burn it out. My grandpa told me that you could actually take a blowtorch, heat it up, and it would burn it out. But then I also looked up to see how much a new exhaust would be. And the new exhaust is only I think it was like $35. So I went ahead and ordered a new exhaust for that. And then on top of that, my grandfather, he's a big flea market guy, found a Razor mini crotch rocket. It's a little electric one, and he bought it for $10. I went and picked it up, or they brought it over here. I got it at my house now. I ordered new batteries for it because the batteries wouldn't charge, and it also didn't have the charger. So I also bought the charger where it'll plug in properly. So that's another thing I gotta get fixed up for the kids to ride on, and hopefully they enjoy it. The only bad thing about that thing is there is no training wheels at all, like none. So that's gonna be a very interesting video with them riding it. I gotta get a couple of more old GoPros. I want to get a couple of old GoPros and hook onto their helmets and hook onto the bike so I can get their reaction as they're riding it, show y'all, and let everybody else know what's going on. So, but guys, I got a phone call coming in. Thanks for watching the video. Sorry it's been so long. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks.